Coach, a terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike Spofo, I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 27, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fix what was wrong with them in the last game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Go, go, go. Check it out, check 14.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
You ain't doing nothing today. 44. Mike, 44.
Now Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson flush to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Right there, 19! Right there, 54 miles. Here we go. Set. Alert! Undercut. Middle. He's coming, double up.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That keeps them at 1.
At the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No. Me. Hey, Alpha. 44. Mike, 44. Gotta do better. Come on.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And it's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Allen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
Right there. 54 miles. Hey, defense, let's go.
Half 85. Hey, tight.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
44.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. Flushed out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. On play action, Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Alert, alert, alert. Good.
Now Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Wilson on the keeper, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos push further out in front. Extra. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Forced out to his left. Uncorks, and that's caught inside the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's complete to Fuller. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Out to his left. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue down.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, every day.
Throwing now is Allen. This is the tight end Fant. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Allen. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 13-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
I'll go special! I'll go special!
Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Gordon, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Go.
Give me some. Here we go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. First target, first catch, and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Under 10. 10.
Further.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken at its 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking there's...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
36 power.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Allen to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Oh, here we go. Alert! 44 to Mike. 44.
Hey, dude.
To throw is Allen. And he's going to go down again. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen. He's got Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.